Aave is today's cryptocurrency that I will be doing a review on. I'll give price predictions, stop losses, where I think Aave will go. I will compare it to Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we'll see the overall strength of Aave. Aave is one of the strongest cryptos I've seen in a little while, and the market is starting to pick up, and I do think we'll start getting some good long positions set in the coming days to weeks. It is still a bear market, always remember that. So always have your strategy in place. This is just some information on what I do and just some pointers that might help you. If you like altcoin reviews in a honest format, that's all I do in this channel. And once a week, I cover the market update. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell and give the video a like. Help the channel grow during these bearish periods because retail is away. So if you're watching this video, thank you for helping and supporting the channel. Let's have a look at Aave. So this is Aave against its USD or USDT chart. And you can see that this chart has held up exceptionally well. What are some points to look for when you're looking at a chart or if you're watching someone's technical analysis? How far it's pulled away from its absolute low. Not a lot of cryptos, but for some cryptos, the list is shrinking quite a bit. The low got put in somewhere around mid-June. I say very little bit now because most cryptos are actually dipping below this. Okay, if I have a look at, say, ADA, Cardano, I'm not picking on Cardano, just trying to show you an example. So what we're hoping for in Cardano, and you can see there a little bit more clearly, mid-July is your low, broke the low, and look at it now. Look where it is. It's absolutely getting crushed at the moment. If we have a look at, say, something like Solana, you'll see Solana as well. Not doing as bad as Cardano, but you can see there's the low there, 14th of June, very, very close, trying to get that support and avoid that low. So going back to Aave, you're seeing that it's actually pulled ahead away from its low that it's putting it in mid-July or mid-June, which is really, really good. We're still a healthy 44% away from it. That doesn't mean that it doesn't have as much gains. It can still give you tremendous gains. The idea is you're trying to pick the strongest horse. You're trying to pick the strongest crypto because a crypto, if it's in a very strong position, gives you more odds that it's going to pull ahead even more further. If you look at Quant, QNT, that thing was doing the same thing. It was pulling ahead so far away ahead of most. And I was like, wow, this thing's really pulling. Now, I did make some profits on it. I did not think it was going to go as high as it did, but it just illustrates the point of never think a crypto is too good or too far ahead that you should be going something more lower that has broken support, getting these weak cryptos. That's for going short, not for going long. So let's get back to Aave. There's your 50%. If you know my channel, you know how much I talk 50%. That's the yellow golden line, $80.07. And you can see we are pretty much almost perfectly bouncing off of it perfectly at the moment for the last 2 days. So this is what happens and I look for in cryptos. You look for a good support, which happens on the 13th of August, the 13th of October. So you can see there it is there. Price fell, got supported, closed high up on the bar. And you can see above average volume, okay? If you're familiar with my channel, you know how much I talk about Wyckoff and Gann analysis. And this is one of the Wyckoff methods, is seeing a stopping volume coming up, which means that the price should have fell a lot more. But Aave, for some reason, we don't know why, got support more than other cryptos on this day. And you can see it because it never came back to test it. It just broke away. And then you've got another sign of strength on the 15th of October with a very low selling day. If you're familiar with my channel, you know how much I talk about it. When your crypto goes down, it can be the best news ever. It can be awesome news. My crypto went down on low volume. Low volume, guys. It went down on low volume. Hence, there's no supply of Aave. What happens if there's no supply? Price goes up. And that's exactly what happened. And you end up getting several days of breakout. So you got 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Now, after the 3rd day, some signs of exhaustion happen on the 19th of October. And you can see we're starting to get very big volume now. Very big volume. And the price is barely moving. It means it's time for a break. Time for a test of supply to see if those people who bought here are going to sell. And it looks like for the time being, they're not selling. So right now we're just bouncing off this 50%. It keeps getting supported. And at the moment, we're sitting at $83.2 or $83.20. Now, where do I want Aave to go? Aave has a lot of support going from about $80.07 all the way down to about $64-ish. But I wouldn't want Aave to go that low. That's just a bit too much of a hit for me. For me, I like the stop loss being at around $73.08. Why? Because it's right around that price when the no demand came up. So people just said, nope, it's too good of a deal at around $70. I'm not selling. So that will be a sign of support. You can also see that this has a lot of congestion in this area and you're looking mainly for the price points and somewhere now down the swings. So you could even remove this and actually pull it down lower, but then you'd really be, it'd be up to your own risk appetite. But from the 50% all the way down, you're looking at about 12 to 13% loss. But for me personally, I like to just tighten it up a little bit more if I'm just using no leverage at all, spot trading. And that gives me about a 10% loss. 10% for crypto is pretty acceptable because the profits are actually not too bad. So if we go to profit zone number 1, that was already a 16% increase. And that would be from the swing tops coming in early from early September and mid or to late August, and you can see some resistance happening there. So look for some resistance happening roughly around that $95 to $97 mark for Aave. Then we got profit target number 2, which is around that $110, just shy of it, and this is where resistance was met a few times with Aave. So I do expect it to be some resistance between that $109 to $116 for Aave. Should it go, then we'll be on for more prices, and you can see next point of resistance would be at around $125-ish at that swing top here on the 31st of May. But that's still a while away, but you can see that 10% is my risk. For me personally, at the moment, there's your profit target number 1, 15.5%. Profit target number 2, 31.5%. If you want to get greedy, go for the top for this cycle. That's 38% increase for a 10% loss. That's a 3-to-1. That's perfect, really good, nice, good profits to be had there. Now, let's have a look at Aave against its Ethereum value to see how strong it is. Now, here we are on CoinCodex. It's been a little while since I showed this, but I still do use this website almost every day, and I compare these coins to its Ethereum value. See the Ethereum symbol right here? I ping all of these to its Ethereum value because Ethereum is a beast. Ethereum is a very, very good crypto that you can put a lot of money in my opinion, and make very good returns. It's better than Bitcoin, generally speaking. Now, the reason for comparing a coin to Ethereum is to see its relative strength, to see how good it is against its Ethereum value, or BTC, whatever you prefer, or whatever's stronger at the moment. Right now, it's a bit even between ETH and BTC. Personally, I like ETH a little bit more. But you can see that some cryptos bleed out to ETH consistently. Some of these are outperforming ETH. So you want a crypto that's outperforming ETH a lot, because you're going with that direction. If it's outperforming ETH, the chances are it's going to continue to outperform ETH until it doesn't. And this is where your stop losses come in play and things like that. So you can see Solana, for instance, has really struggled against Ethereum. This is meant to be the Ethereum killer. Look at it struggling. Whereas you look at something like Doge, it's actually outperforming ETH ever so slightly. So it's just to give you a quick idea. You're basically just looking for some green, seeing what's outperforming ETH. Binance Coin, generally outperforming ETH. XRP, has really outperformed ETH in the longer term timeframes. So it doesn't matter about the projects. You're just looking for the money, I hope. And if you're looking for the money, you want to compare your crypto against a baseline, right? You want to compare it to something so you can see, is this better than X or Y? And then you go for the better one in this case. So again, that's why we're using Ethereum as a baseline, as a benchmark method to be able to identify if our crypto is strong. And Aave, to no surprise, is outperforming Ethereum. So you can see in the last 24 hours, 7 days, 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months, it's outperforming Ethereum pretty single-handedly. Not the most amazing scores, but still nonetheless consistent and not underperforming to ETH too much. Even something like Aave still struggles against ETH in its long-term benchmark. And that's just how good Ethereum is in the long term. Ethereum is one of those coins you can hold for 5-6 years and it will get you good returns. Everything else, you don't know, because everything else can be replaced. But the alpha and omega will always be Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's why the majority of my holdings will always be in. But I digress. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to see if this is stronger than Ethereum, because if it's weaker, why wouldn't you just buy Ethereum? And if we have a look at Aave against its Ethereum on a chart, you can see as well, there it is, very similar to its USD. There's the low coming in May and really came out high, struggling against its 50%. You can see battling it, and at the moment, really pulling up high against its ETH value. So look for some resistance coming up very, very soon. There's a swing tops at around 0.0659 ETH. That would be this area here. Okay, so I'll just scribble it for you. That'd be these swing tops here. Okay, and that's coming up pretty soon. So we'll see how Aave fares. And then you've got the top there coming in at 0.077 of an ETH. So fantastic job by Aave, really pulling ahead against its Ethereum value. And again, here we go, Aave against its BTC value. And you can see doing very, very, very well against this BTC value. Look how long it's been outperforming BTC. It's been outperforming BTC basically for almost 4 or 5 months at this point, since basically July. Really doing a fantastic job. And look at that perfect bounce on the 50%. Dips a little bit, closes up high. Really doing a fantastic job against this BTC value. So love Aave for the time being. Again, always have your strategies in place. It doesn't matter about the project. It doesn't matter what the price is. It just matters about what are your targets, what looks strong. And it's just a probability game at the end of the day. It's like rolling dice. You say, okay, I'm going to make the best call I can with the information I have, and then make my profit. So I hope you found value in this video. I will link my Santos video up above and my last market update video, which showed Bitcoin's biggest test. So check those out if you're enjoying the content. Until then, everyone, subscribe to the channel if you want more altcoin reviews, and I will see you on the next video.